The first thing we are going to do after installing our editors and Flutter SDK is to set the system variable or the environmental system variables so that we can use commands when we are programming or when we are setting commands to do different things with our Flutter projects in the editors. It's very simple. Go to search bar, type in env. We are going to see that thing, edit the system variable. Just continue, and under the system variable, as you are seeing here on the screenshot, just follow the video, the screenshots, the screenshots of the video I'm doing. You are going to select path under the system variable, not up, under below which where you have the system variable. You are going to tap path, search for path. You are going to see it under the system variable, as you see. Then we are going to edit. There are many ways how you can set the system variable, but the easiest one, we are going to just bronze the folder. We are going to bronze where we did put our SDK. We are going to locate the Flutter SDK, and we are going to select the bins folder. Our SDK is in the folder we named my Flutter in disk C. You tap disk C and my Flutter, then select Flutter, then we are going to select bin folder. Just tap the bin folder and then tap OK. That's all. We've set the variable, the system variable path. It's done. Then you see the thing, it's automatically done. Just follow the steps I've shown you. That you have to do it. We've set the path correctly. Then tap OK. Let us move on. Yeah, just save that. Okay. And let us move to our next parts. That's done. Now we are going to see a very important part in our journey of developing mobile applications or software using Flutter. Now there is a common scenario you are going to find after opening the VS Code. After you adding the extension, you have to locate the SDK of the Flutter you did install at first. Whenever you are going to try to make an application, it's going to show you this alert that you could not find the Flutter SDK. Please download or locate the SDK. Now, if you haven't downloaded it, you have to tap that download button and you download the SDK. But with our case, we already have the SDK on our computer. So we are going to just locate it. Yes, please, these are the common scenarios you are going to find when you are making these applications. So you have to be keen looking at every step I make, because these are the same things you are going to find. After opening the VS Code, you have to locate the SDK you did install. We've placed the locate. Now you have to search for the folder where you did put the Flutter. I told you after downloading the SDK, you have to unzip it and you put it in a specific folder where you have to locate it. As you are seeing me, just tap that folder where you saved your Flutter. After unzipping it, you are going to just select it. That's all. You are done. You've done your task of locating the SDK of Flutter. Now you may be prompted to update certain things as you see there. No worries, you can go on and update everything. Remember this, I'm using a certain project of mine. Do not worry, you are seeing some certain codes you are not understanding. That's my project. But do not worry, we are going to open an empty VS Code and you are going to see how we create an application, from zero. Do not worry, you are going to see how you are going to create the application in our next scene. As those things are updating, let us keep this off. Let us go in the next scene. Let us see how we are going to create the application, or let us see how we are going to see other features in the VS Code first. Then, as we are going to see how we are going to create the first app. Let us start exploring the VS Code. The parts of the VS Code. This is an empty VS Code. It has some features, though they are not complicated. They are easy to understand. Do not worry, guys. The VS Code is easy to understand, and I told you it's the lightest editor you'll ever use. It will accommodate many things, not only using it in Dart and Flutter. You can use it in many other things just by adding extensions. It's just as simple as you see. You can have it in the light or in the bright theme or in the dark theme. Though for me, I prefer the dark theme. It's very simple as you see it here. Very simple. Let me just take you around shortly. You see here is where you can create a new file. When you are creating a new project, you just tap there. It is where you see open file. When you have an already project on your computer, you can just open it like that. Just the simple features. It's easy to understand. And what you have to know, the first thing for you to get started is to understand the basics. You cannot learn how to code or to program without first knowing how to use the VS Code. It's very, very easy to understand. When I'm here, I'm just giving you a tip of the iceberg. What's most important for you is to make a greater research. When I show you something like a VS Code, go on, you can look up more tutorials to understand more about the VS Code. It's not that I can really make you or force you understand everything, but if you haven't got, you can search for more knowledge. Here are the simple settings. I'm starting from down. If you want to set the VS Code, you just go there, tap that icon of the setting. You can change everything as you see there. I may not explain everything because some of the things are all of the things are in English. You can see how you can use the things. In most cases, we give you what you have to look at or to search about. Here we are just giving a tip. Here there is an icon for my account. You can sign in. You can sign in using or sign up using your Microsoft account so that you can be keeping your data safely. You may need to use another device. If you sign up here with your Microsoft account, you can be getting your data or your codes so that you do not just leave them on the device you are using or the computer. Yes. Now when you go here, that tab it's for extension. When you want to add any extension, you tap there. I told you when you are going to develop Flutter projects, you have to add a Flutter extension. It does not only stop on the SDK. We use the Flutter extension. It is added on our VS Code to start programming in Flutter. Yes, I told you, and when you add the Flutter extension, that extension will automatically add. So that tab there, it's for adding extension. As you see here, already that and Flutter extensions are on this VS Code. So we are ready to develop or to produce Flutter or that projects. If you any project you want, whatever language or framework you are using, you just come there on that tab and you tap there and you add any extension. Simple as that. Things are not complicated, guys. If you see that you are not getting them, look for the the same tutorials about the same thing I'm teaching. Get more knowledge. Sometimes it may be hard for you to learn maybe from one person, but knowledge is free on this internet. You can go on and search more things. Yes, that's how we add extension. Now, that next button is the run button when you want to run the project. That's only for running. Okay, I'm not going to go far because I wanted to show you how we are going to how you can be able to produce a Flutter project. I want to show you how you can produce an app application. Just simple. We are not yet there, but just to give you a tip so that we continue because the next lesson you are going to start coding. But before I may show you how you can really produce an application in how we can produce an application using VS Code, how we can produce a Flutter application using the VS Code. And it's simple. What you have to do, you just come here on the top. You just tap the view there. You tap the view, and you make an application. Okay, when you want to make an application, you tap view, then you select application. Then it's going to prompt you to make the name of your application. It will automatically take you to the folder, and you choose the folder where you are going to keep your mobile application you are going to make. Yeah, just tap, it will automate you to choose a folder and to type the name of your new application. What we are doing here, we are producing our first mobile application. So you are going to just press enter. After pressing the name, you are going to press enter. The application is going to run automatically. The application is going to run. You see, we are making our first mobile application in Flutter. You see, everything is running. Everything is running automatically. Everything is running. Everything is running. Everything is running as you see. Just wait. Everything. You see our finished code. When you see exit code 0, just know everything is successful. Now, we do not have a virtual machine installed on our phone, but we are going to try to test our application using the Chrome, because with the Flutter we can test our application directly on the browser. Yes, that's possible with that if you do not have a virtual phone installed, but we are going to use a virtual phone in the next scene using Android Studio. Yes, we will see it. We are going to use a virtual machine, but here in the VS Code we do not have the virtual machine installed. As you see, no device. We are going to tap and you use the Chrome. You see, we have to choose Chrome so that we use the browser. The application is going to open from the browser. It's going to use our computer browser, the Chrome browser that is installed, that is on your computer, and we are going to run. Here, tap the device and tap Chrome. We are going to run the application. we are going to see our application is going to open from the browser. If you do not have a virtual machine or you haven't connected your phone in the developers mode, you can use the browser directly to test your mobile application. We are going to see wonders. We are going to open our mobile application using Chrome. Our first mobile application. Pray that we get our first mobile application. Pray that we get our first mobile application using a browser. We do not have a phone installed or a virtual phone, or we have not connected our device on the computer, but we are going to use the Chrome browser to display our mobile application. The thing is running. First wait, the thing is automated. The thing it's automated. You are going to see our first mobile. Wow, it's browsing. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming. It's showing our first mobile application. Our first mobile application. Our first mobile application is coming. Our first mobile app is going to display our first mobile application. Let us wait. Yes, that's our first mobile application. We've created it together with Flutter. We've not installed the phone, but we've used the browser. That's the beauty of Flutter. Yes, we've tested our application. This is the demo application that comes with the Flutter SDK. Yes, that's why I told you you can produce your first app without knowing to code. You haven't even coded a single line, but you've created your first application. That's with the Flutter. It's just a play. We are just in games. And it's going to be beautiful for you guys. Everything's gonna be beautiful. You see, you've created your first mobile application without knowing how to code. This is beautiful. This is very beautiful, guys. Let us meet in the next scene. We are going to open Android Studio again. We are going to produce a Flutter application using Android Studio. Let us see in this scene. Yeah, we've just created our first application in Flutter. Yes, this is beautiful, guys. Let us keep the momentum. Let us keep the fire. Let us keep the fire. Let us create our Flutter project, Flutter application using Android Studio. I've opened the Android Studio. It's simple there. Just select create a Flutter project. You see, just tap there. Just tap there. Then you have to locate the SDK as we did in VS Code. Now we are going to select the folder which has the our Flutter SDK. You have to locate it. For you to produce an application, you have to also direct Android Studio where you did put your Flutter SDK. Yes. After selecting there, you're going to just place next. Then you may name your application, the name of your application. Name the application. Name the application. Any name you want. Name the application. Name the application. Let us leave the list on default. Yes, you see we are producing those applications at the same Android, iOS, Linux, Mac, Windows, and the website at the same time. Let us leave them. Yeah, we are going to create all of those things at the same time. Now let us press create. Oh, we are getting an error. The name it's not wanted by Flutter, so they do not want our upper cases. Let us use underscore, though it has been accepting with all projects. I don't know why right now. Let us use underscores instead of upper and lower cases. Let us use the our underscore. and let us create. We are creating a Flutter application from Android Studio. We are creating the yes, the application has already been created. You see, things are just quick. The application has already been created right away. The application has been created in the Android Studio. Okay, right now I told you I want us to try to produce the application using the virtual phone. In the next scene, I'm going to show you how we are going to test this application we've created in Android Studio. We are going to test it with a virtual phone. The virtual phone means we are going to install a phone on the computer, and we install the Flutter on this computer, and we use the computer on the screen, the phone that is going to be on the screen. So let us see how we are going to use the virtual phone to show our application. To create the virtual machine or to the virtual phone, we are going to tap the device manager. Then you are going to select the type of phone you want. If you have no phones installed on your phone, the system will prompt you to download the phone. Yes, me, I already downloaded the phone, but it's automatic. I have different virtual phones on my device. You see, I'm going to use the first one. I'm going to use the first device. Uh, I'm going to use the first device. I already have virtual phone. We are going to run using that virtual device. You just go to the device manager. I've selected the device. You see it's running. It's running. That's the device. See, that's the device. It has opened. But this process, because when you are using the virtual device, the system has to first install the Android details, the Android components for it to open. So it's going to take a lot of time. I'm going to cut this short. I'm going to cut this short. Yeah, so that you see the results, because it's long. It's very long. It's very long. Our application is going to show in the virtual device. As you see, it's going to show in the few seconds. Yeah, it's going to show in the few seconds. As you are seeing, it's deploying. It's deploying on the virtual device. On the Android Studio, it's displaying. It's displaying shortly. It's displaying. Wow, it's installing. Yes, our default demo application has finally shown on the virtual device. You can use different types of virtual device, or you can connect to your original phone. Guys, let us meet in the next lesson. We are going to start coding in that. Yes, all of you, let us meet in lesson 4. We are going to start coding right away. Yes, thank you very much.